So I just wanted to give a quick overview of how we use and how we burn calories and why exercise is not best used for burning calories, right? Exercise should be done for a lot of reasons. Burning calories is one of the least important reasons. It does burn calories, but it's a very small portion of the calories that we burn throughout the day. So the total calories that we use in a day are what we call the total daily energy expenditure, or the TDEE. And it's the sum of a bunch of different things like your metabolism, which is essentially heart rate, breathing, things that you do at rest, right? Your metabolism, the thermic effect of food, which is the calories or the energy that it requires that you use in digesting the food that you eat, and then activity, which includes exercise, so intentional time that you set aside to use physical activity, and non-exercise activity. This is things like taking the stairs, parking further, walking, things like that. Now, in broad terms, the vast majority of everyone's calories, of their total daily energy expenditure, comes from the metabolism, that resting metabolic base metabolism. And part of the reason for that is that it's something that's functioning 24 hours a day. It never stops, right? So 60 to 75% of the calories that you burn of your daily expenditure is going to come from that basal metabolic rate. Digestion varies depending on how much you're eating and what types of food, but it's about 10%. And physical activity makes up the remainder, that 15 to 30%. Now, of course, that varies depending on what kinds of jobs people have. You're sitting more, standing more, and how often, how intensely, and how long you're exercising. But because of this, outworking or outrunning your diet is usually not a good strategy. More exercise can burn a few extra 100 calories here and there, but when you look at how many calories you're burning from other things, that non-exercise activity, and just your basal metabolic rate, you could salvage or save or gain back that many calories or more calories just by skipping some foods, right? So you could imagine training for an hour, working really hard to burn some calories, or skipping a candy bar, cutting soda out of your diet, things like that that only take a few seconds. They actually save you time ultimately and are much more effective in terms of effort. Maybe not mental willpower effort, but energy output effort. Focusing on making some better food choices is far more effective than trying to burn more calories through exercise. Now, burning more calories through physical activity, you could approach that with trying to increase your non-exercise activity. Again, exercise is something you're going to be doing 30 to 90 minutes a day, maybe 30 to 60 on average. And so you're burning calories, but it's just for a very short amount of time. So even if your calorie burn is very high, it's a very short duration of time that you're doing it. Your non-exercise activity, you have 16, 17 hours a day of non-exercise activity opportunity. And that means standing more, trying to sit less, using the stairs for things more, parking a little further, trying to keep your step count higher, even fidgeting, becoming a person that fidgets. People that fidget seem to burn a lot more calories throughout the day, and that counts as non-exercise activity. That was my head fidget there. So whatever it is that kind of helps you build habits into your life to increase your non-exercise activity, then that's actually going to probably accumulate because you get, again, 16, 17 hours a day to work on it rather than that 30 to 60 minute window of exercise. So focusing on that, focusing on better food choices are much more effective than trying to think of exercise as a calorie burning tool. So then what is the purpose of exercise? Of course, it's still very healthy for you. Helps you build, maintain muscle, strengthens tendons, ligaments, bones, cardiovascular fitness, improves your movement skill, your movement capacity, your injury resistance, your overall resilience. These are super important benefits of exercise, but burning calories is basically a secondary one. It's such a small, the extra calories you burn during exercise is such a small portion of your day, and you can waste it in an instant by having a second bowl of ice cream or an extra serving of pasta or things like that, right? Even putting ranch on your salad instead of, maybe a vinegar. These things can just completely undo all those calories that you burned. So, in terms of return on investment, energy, and magnitude, definitely be focusing on better food choices and increasing your non-exercise activity. Keep all your exercise in, but think of all the other benefits that you're getting from that instead.